Your girl is shiny today. Hello, everybody. This is Renita from BYOK Chat. Do I know the name? And I just wanted to, of course, touch base on what's on my mind. So I'm sitting there wondering, thinking of my goals and stuff like that, and I'm wondering, what is stopping you from setting goals? And so I start naming the things like it could be this, and it can be that, and it can be such and such and such and such. But it's like I still was stuck with the question, what's stopping you? So, once again, I say some more things, and it's just like, okay, but what's stopping you from starting? So, that list just minimized and decreased because in actuality, nothing is stopping me from starting. Even if I don't have, the income that I want for a certain thing, or don't have this and such, what is stopping me from researching? What is stopping me from reaching out, networking, things of that sort, or doing a business plan, writing these things out? Like, what is stopping me from doing the preliminary things? And I wonder if that's how it is in life. Like, we get so flustered and so overwhelmed with the big picture or the big goal that we miss the mark to look at the little mini goals, that can help us start and get us closer to our goal. Because if we don't do anything towards it, then there's no movement on it, right? So it goes deeper than starting those steps. It goes into, am I fearful? Do I not think that this is going to work out? Is this just a dream that's going to stay a dream and it's never going to, come to reality? So why even start? Is it the fear of so many doors that's going to be slammed in my face? Is it the fear of no one supporting me? Like, what is stopping you? My quick answer, I believe, is fear. The fear of the door getting slammed in my face, the fear of not getting the support that I want. And really, I do have support. What I'm saying? Is it not getting the support from the bigger people, that I want? Well, then I can just climb my way up. Maybe a big executive would not, answer me right away. However, if I start with a small business and then I work my way up to a bigger business, and a bigger business, what is stopping me from getting to that top business that I want, to grab their attention? You have to start small. You have to start from somewhere. So I feel like, once again, you would still get, you would still get stunned or stunted by looking at the big picture and not making certain goals, or attainable goals. Just by starting a business plan, that's attainable, right? Researching who to send your business plan to, that's attainable too. Writing the email and sending it to the people, that's attainable too. And these are the things that we can't control. What we can't control is their decision, but we can control the actions that we make towards what we want to do. Even in the instance of, it doesn't even have to be business related. If you want to marry that person or purchase that house, what is stopping you? And an easy answer is maybe the person's going to say no, or my credit sucks. But even with buying a house, the first thing you can start at is maybe running your credit report. That's number one. Seeing what connecting with a realtor, connecting with a loan officer, and seeing what is needed and what you can do to work your way up to getting a house. There's always something that we can do towards our goal, as long as we don't let fear freeze us in the process. So the easy answer could be we're stopping ourselves. However, I always think that there's something deeper in there. It could be at one point you were successful and you lost it, or fear of rejection, or minimal resources. It could be anything, and it doesn't even have to be something dramatic as oh, I'm in my way, I can't do, yeah, maybe in your way. But could it be a past trauma that that you have to get past to move forward. You know, that goes back to the giving yourself mercy and giving yourself grace. It's not always laziness, or it's not always like, you know, whatever else people use. It could just be a simple lack of confidence, because so many doors have been shut in your face. You're just not confident in your ability. So that's why I always post those affirmations, because it helps to build confidence. I know that it helps build confidence in me, you know, just to say, okay, but Renita, I want to do this. And it's like, oh, but look, like, no, we can do this. Let's start small. Let's work our way up. And then sometimes a flashback can help. Like, well, I was having trouble with, you know, attaining this goal so many years ago, and now, you know, I accomplished it. So if I can do it then I definitely can do it now, you know. So just to be transparent, my goal is weight loss, starting all over again. So I rejoined Noon with my best friend. And so it's like, you know, you got to weigh yourself every day. You got to watch what you eat. You got to do movement, things of that sort. And I'll do videos to, you know, show my journey and the pain that that comes with it. But it's like, I've lost weight before. So if I've done it before, then I can do it again. Yes, I'm not in my 20s anymore, so it will be a little harder in my 30s. But then I think of being healthy. I think of not being diabetic. I think of not having high blood pressure. I think of just being able to, like, put on pantyhose, you know what I'm saying? Without, like, running out of breath like I've been running a marathon. You know, I think of being able to do, you know, outdoor activities like hiking and riding a roller coaster, because I can't fit on all the roller coasters, not having an extended seatbelt when on the airport. It's not even about, like, looking fly. Yeah, I can, you know, they sell clothes in my size that I feel like is fly, you know. But if it's not even an outer thing for me, it's an inner thing for me. Because if I look at the outer, I'm like, well, I can just get a bigger size. You know, for instance, my wedding ring, like, is super tight. Like, my fingers have gotten so fat, and I just refuse to let out my wedding ring, because that is my goal, to slip that ring back on my finger. You know, so you have to set little attainable goals. I can't just focus on the scale. I can't just focus on, you know, looking in the mirror. There are other things that I have to do, like what they call non-scalable goals, to help me to get there. And although I've been on this journey before, and in my opinion failed, it's okay, because as long as I keep trying, then I'll reach it. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but it is. As long as I keep trying, as long as I keep working out, as long as I keep the wheel and pressing towards, even when it doesn't seem well, or even when it is an emotional roller coaster for me. Because I feel like anytime I start this weight loss journey, it does, like, beat me up emotionally, because eating is my go-to when I'm feeling a certain way. So if I'm not, you know, falling back on food, then I have to, like, actually deal with my emotions. And sometimes that can be overwhelming, especially when I have practiced this bad habit of eating my feelings all these years. So now I have to learn a new way of coping. I have to replace, you know, a negative reinforcement with a positive one. You know, but it's not easy, but it's worth it, and it's attainable. You know, and then I had to, this is what even led to the question of what's stopping you. What's stopping you from the working out? What's stopping you from the eating right, or just finding that balance? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's just the fear of losing the weight and then gaining it back. You know, it's the fear of, I've been having this long back and forth journey with my weight my entire life, and I'm over it. Because it's like, I'll do all this work, and then I'll look up a couple of years from now, and I'll just be right back at square one. So my solution is revamping my thinking, revamping my perspective, because it's like, if you work hard this time, it doesn't mean that you'll gain it back. And here's the thing, put measures in place this time, you know, so where you won't have to gain it back to the point where you're unhealthy, and the point where you're uncomfortable and you're aching and things of that sort. Like, you may lose the weight, you know, and end up, you know, gaining 10 or 20, but put in a measure where you don't gain more than that when it gets to the point where your doctor is kind of like, look, this is do or die, and you must do this type of thing, you know. So that is what I've done, you know, and I have to tell myself, like, and it's not even like a once in a lifetime question. This is something that we have to ask ourselves all the time in our struggles. You know, what is stopping you from choosing that apple over that ice cream? You know what I'm saying? Or what is stopping you from maybe just setting a dessert day for that one day? And then what's wrong with 6 days of no sugar? You know, what's wrong with that? what is lying in me that's deep inside of me that's stopping me from completing said goal. So I said it wasn't gonna be deep, but maybe it is a little deep. But I just wanted to, pose a question like, whatever you're trying to do and whatever goal that you have set, what do you think is stopping you? What do you think? It could be something so small, or somebody always telling you you're not gonna do this or you can't do this, and you're not capable and this and that. It could just be the purpose of not listening to that person and countering those negative encounters and those negative thoughts and saying into a positive. I am capable. I can do this. And I'm going to work my way. Even if I start at step one and it takes 100 steps to get there, I'm going to get there with perseverance. So I don't know. That's my question. Like, what do you think is stopping you, and how do you motivate yourself to keep going, even in those days where it just seemed quite impossible? So leave your comments, leave your remarks in the comment box and let me know. I'm always loving like great conversation and things of that sort. Until next time, don't forget to be your own kind.